Hey everybody, welcome to What's Your Saints Discord. Cheers.
Yeah. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah. We're gonna talk some barbecue and
Oh
stuff.
shit, I was gonna... Fuck, I forgot to put the meat on the barbecue. I'll be back.
Rimshee's neglecting his meat again.
Typical Rimshee.
Yep. Well, now we can't
My
do
pizza
anything.
rolls are done.
Well, you guys can't leave me all alone. Actually, you know what? Let's leave everybody.
What?
I'm gonna go grab something too.
I have a headset. I can do pizza rolls and still, talk and do things. I'm alone now, aren't I? They abandoned me. Let's see.
Yeah, we
Just
did
look
abandon you. We also have some new revelations about P. Diddy.
I'm gonna let these go a little bit longer.
And I have some news.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, China's being weird in space again. Yeah.
Yep.
Last time we talked about China in space, it was when they germinated that seed on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, that was neat. But this newest story is sounding more like the Andromeda strain, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either. And why are Asians doing weird shit in space? Remember when Japan had that jumping rover that they put on a meteor or whatever, an asteroid, and they just started firing bowling balls and shit into it?
Well, yeah, but, that actually had some practical applications.
Oh, yeah, it did. No, they did it for a reason. It was just, they were just like, so we're going to start with the BB and work our way up to a bowling ball. All right.
Whereas this thing with the whole, oh yeah, we've discovered a bacterium that doesn't exist on Earth, and that's completely unknown to us until now. It's just like, what are you doing up there?
Yeah, Rimshee better hurry up, because we might as well just talk about this article now.
And, I'm sorry, but after, that whole global pandemic thing, I really don't trust you.
Yeah.
Alright, which article was it? Where is it? More accurately, where is it? Oh, yeah, the bacteria.
Yep.
Here we go.
Space bacteria.
There we go.
Are you back, or are you just listening from far?
Keep going!
Nah. I don't wanna.
Jables, we must press on.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to talk about this. We don't have to read the article or anything. Do you think this is just like... Do you think the Chinese are basing COVID off of the Friday the 13th movies, and this is just their Jason X?
It better not be.
You can't... Also, how does that even happen?
I don't know. I just take comfort in the fact that we have the means to take care of such things.
Yeah.
God bless the F-15.
All we have to do is push it out of orbit towards the sun, and we're fine. We don't have to worry about anything. Nobody's coming back with that.
Yeah. That's the other thing is like, what? Like, if it were to, like, breach containment or whatever, it's like, the Chinese are never gonna fucking tell us.
No. Well, that's another thing. Are they telling us now because it's already made it back?
I don't know.
Because that's what happened with COVID. It was just like,
It's just like,
hey guys,
it's
we
safe
saw
to
something,
assume,
and it was already
everybody.
way too late.
It's safe to assume, well, in the case of COVID, they deliberately let that spread, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you don't cancel all local flights and yet still allow international ones to continue if you don't want something to happen. Fuckers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for anybody watching at home or watching in the future, just assume that anything that comes out as that comes from an official Chinese state source is a fucking lie.
Or they're trying to save face because it got out of their control.
Yeah. Do not trust China. China is asshole.
Yep. Is Winnie the Pooh still in charge?
For right now. We'll see how that goes.
Goodbye, anybody that was following in China. What was the date of Tiananmen Square again?
I can't believe I completely. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh will be in charge until he decides not to be in charge.
Well,
Or until the decision is made for him. One of the two.
Yeah.
yeah. At which point he will claim that he doesn't want to be in charge.
Oh, I gotta go throw steak on the barbecue now.
I say, like, the fact that major Chinese military missions have just up and disappeared, yeah, that says he's in a great position at the moment. Things are really stable for him in China.
Yep.
I got pizza rolls.
All right. Where'd Rimshee go again?
I don't know. I was getting pizza rolls.
Keeps leaving us.
And a soda. Got to have me a soda with the pizza rolls.
Ooh, what you drinking?
Mountain Dew Baja Cabo Citrus.
Nice.
It's like their new yearly like Baja Blast variant. This one tastes like a mix between Baja Blast and Livewire. It's really good, actually.
Nice. I'll look
From
for it.
pulled out of the fridge to on the grill within a couple of seconds, or a couple of minutes.
Your best bet's convenience stores, 20 ounce.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway, sorry, I am back now.
Well, I found out recently.
I have some meat that I was throwing on the barbecue, and I was supposed to throw it on like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Party foul. On Memorial Day weekend, you're gonna do a party foul like that?
Well, it's only the wife and I, because the son won't eat it.
Okay. Still. You're gonna treat your wife like that? Rude. Sounds straight up abusive.
Picky eater, do we?
He's autistic.
So yeah.
It varies.
Oh, sir, I did find
I'm
out.
not particularly picky.
I did find out that Spokane is a test market as well. So I might be able to get all the cool stuff that you get.
I'm pretty sure my area is not a test market.
You live in the mountains. Of course it's not.
Yeah, apparently I found out, I can't remember where I found it out from, but like one of Taco Bell's biggest test markets is actually Nebraska.
Nice.
It's because
I
if
have
the
no idea what the
Midwesterners like shit, then it's gonna be good for the people.
Well, Nebraska's not the Midwest.
Yeah, but how do you know corporate knows that?
A lot of people consider Nebraska Midwest adjacent, at least.
Yeah, that's more of the plains.
All right, want to talk about the Pope?
Sure. Yeah, we can talk about the Pope. We'll Pope it up.
Yeah, we.
Pope it up. Don't ask questions.
Sir, he's one of your people. Do you want to get into this article?
What?
He's one of your people. Do you want to get into this article?
Fuck he is.
He's a Midwesterner.
No, he's from Chicago. There's a difference.
I'll be in Chicago at the end of July.
As far as I'm concerned, anybody from Chicago, it's like, if they go abroad, you know what? Just don't come back. We don't need you here. Fuck you and your shithole whole city.
All right.
Also, he's a White Sox fan, so that's even more
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
pathetic. Yeah, don't lump him in with me. Fuck that.
So there's a discussion going on whether or not the Pope can remain a U.S. citizen. I say, if he demands that all Catholic Church masses have to end before football starts, he can stay.
Nah.
Nothing from you guys? Okay.
I stand by what I said. He's from Chicago. He doesn't need to come back.
He's fine. It's whatever. As the most Catholic person here... Actually, I don't even know if that's true. I don't remember what you were raised as, Jables.
Not Catholic.
Hmm?
The Catholicism is for the whores. It's the whores church.
So, you were Protestant. Got it.
Yeah.
As the most Catholic
The church
person...
that I went to for the majority of my life, the pastor declared himself a prophet, wrote a bunch of books, and went insane.
Yeah, as the most Catholic person here, I don't care. I could understand dual citizenship because this is a weird situation. Like, how do
It's
most
just
of
the
the other
Vatican.
popes deal with it? Like, do they remain citizens of their home country and they just are the head of state?
Yeah, I don't know, because the way this article's written, it seems like the U.S. has like certain rules about it. That's like in the Constitution and shit.
Mhm.
And like because he is the head of state, he gets like immunity when he's in the U.S. because it's diplomatic immunity. But he's a U.S. citizen, and U.S. citizens aren't eligible for that or something. I don't know. I didn't look into it that much.
Apparently, the only people with permanent Vatican citizenship are popes.
Okay.
So,
Also, he's just super priest now, so I have no problem with him retaining his citizenship.
yeah, it looks like only the Pope maintains permanent citizenship in Vatican City. Everyone else, if they are no longer an officer in the Vatican, like they're like for example, they get transferred to be a cardinal in the U.S. and their duties no longer require them to be in Vatican City. They lose their citizenship. It's temporary for them.
Okay.
If they die, they go back to their home, I guess. Because they're no longer an officer, therefore no longer a citizen, therefore they get repatriated to their home. Except the Pope. So how does
There's people that live there just like as regular citizens, though, right?
No.
No? Okay.
No, apparently not.
Well, it is only like a square mile, so I guess.
As you say, Vatican City has a very small population.
Yeah. It's about the size of my hometown.
And the vast majority of individuals there are those who are there specifically to maintain the functions of the church.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay, I'm looking some stuff up, and random thing that cropped up alongside this. I didn't know Boris Johnson had a U.S. citizenship at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you know that Steve-O has triple citizenship?
That's cool.
Yeah. U.S., Canada, and the U.K.
Now all he needs is Australia.
Yeah. Well, his dad was an executive for Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it looks like, based on a quick overview, and keep in mind, I'm talking a quick overview. I'm not even scrolling down. I'm just relying on Gemini to actually give me the answer. So,
Yeah.
take it with a large grain of salt. But the U.S., there is no automatic review of citizenship for Americans serving as foreign heads of state. But the U.S. State Department has stated it may consider citizenship status of those holding such foreign positions. So it's not guaranteed he'll lose his U.S. citizenship, and in fact he may retain it, but the Department of State may look at that and consider what that situation is. But considering it's the Pope, it's one of those things where if I was the State Department, I'd go, I mean, we'll keep him as a citizen. What's he really gonna do?
Also, it does bring up the question of, like, is removing his citizenship interfering with his religious freedoms as well?
No. No, that would not interfere with his religious freedoms. I would, if I was in charge of the State Department, I would, however, say, hey, for the duration of time you are the Pope, you have to use your Vatican passport. You can't use your U.S. passport.
Fair enough. All right, I really only wanted to talk about this for that dumb football joke that neither of you laughed at. So.
Wah wah.
Yeah.
What do you expect, Jables? You give us an interesting question, we try and come up with an answer.
I know, right? I still stand. If he makes all Catholic churches in their mass before football starts, he retains the citizenship. I think that's good enough. And all baseball games must be played throughout Vatican City on TV. Not like they have to physically play the games.
I'll stand by my statements.
Yep. Get so serious. All right. So, P. Diddy. Talk about his cheeseburgers.
We can talk about P. Diddy. Give me a moment to pull up P. Diddy.
You might have some opinions on this one, sir.
Yeah, just a few. I don't even know what it is. I just know it involves P. Diddy.
It's specifically how he likes his cheeseburgers.
Oh dear.
All right, here we go.
Cum is the only condiment. I'm kidding.
You know, I wouldn't put it past him at this point.
Yep. Disgusting way Diddy likes his cheeseburger oddly comes up in court as black Amex purchases revealed.
Why?
Bizarre way which
I think the news is that this is showing up in trial for some reason.
Yeah. We don't have to reach far into the article to get to it, then we can talk about it. Oh, There's also something else I want to talk about before we even get to how he likes his cheeseburgers. The bizarre way which Diddy eats cheeseburgers was brought up during his trial, as former employees detailed the rapper's purchases in court. Sean Diddy Combs is currently standing trial in New York, facing charges of sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution, and racketeering, all of which he denies. The hip-hop producer's trial has so far seen testimonies from his former girlfriend, Casey Ventura, and rapper, Kid Cudi, as well as ex-employees and escorts hired for the accused's notorious freak-offs. Images taken from raids on Combs' homes, it's a hard sentence to say, were also shown to the court, including photos of firearms, baby oil, and drugs found at his Miami
All that
mansion.
baby oil.
Yeah, so one thing I want to talk about is, like, a lot of people on Twitter are calling Kid Cudi a snitch because he's been called to testify in court, and he's talking about, like, P. Diddy had people break into his house and blow up his car and shit like that. And people are calling him a snitch. And, like, being like, why would you do this, Kid Cudi? It's, Kid Cudi was never in the streets. He was never involved in anything like that. He doesn't have to follow those rules, for one. For another, they blew up his car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup. I don't know
Okay.
what you want us to say about that. He blew up his fucking car.
Yeah, I thought you guys would have something to say about the people calling him a snitch and stuff and all that jazz.
I mean, well, I don't really have anything to say
Yes.
because I
I
kind
mean,
of agree
I
with
wanna-
you.
Yeah.
Like, what can I
I also
add
didn't
to
say
that?
anything because I don't really know who Kid Cudi is, and I don't care.
Yeah.
He has some good music. Yeah, anyways, during his testimony, former assistant George Kaplan told the court that Combs liked to eat applesauce on his burgers. So that's this whole article. Diddy likes applesauce on his burgers. Even cheeseburgers.
Okay, I mean, that's weird, but does he think it's
Yeah.
actual pork? In which case, that would make sense, actually.
Well,
Now I kind of want
mean-
to try a pork burger.
I'm of two minds about it. I'm not saying that because, for example, not too long ago, actually, I had a
and apparently
apple
applesauce
butter
is just-
bacon
well,
cheeseburger.
real quick, apparently applesauce is just like one of his favorite foods, and he just has it on the side of pretty much everything. He was buying as much applesauce as baby oil, pretty much.
That's
Sticking
chill.
his dick in it.
Fair enough.
Sure.
I don't mind a good applesauce.
It's a little weird, but I ain't gonna stress it.
I say, like, I've had a apple butter bacon cheeseburger in the past, and that was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, this article calls it disgusting, and I'm just like, I'd try it.
It's like, is it really
Probably
though?
won't be my go-to, but I wouldn't be mad at it. I've had pineapple on.
I mean,
a
there are
burger,
people that
so
put-
like,
So have I. It's good.
yeah.
Yeah,
if
pineapple's
you
good
grill
on
it.
a burger. It's better the thinner you get it, and do a
Mhm.
couple of slices, because otherwise it's just it makes it more difficult. But
Well, if you do, yeah, pineapple, but also if you get some katsu on it, pretty good.
Ooh, that reminds me. That just made me think. It's like, I need to make some, like, I need to grill some pineapple slices and some Spam slices and make sandwich out of that.
Ooh, pineapple Spam sandwich.
Yeah,
think that
I just
depends on
thought
how
of that.
thin
It's
you
like,
cut it.
oh, that sounds awesome.
I think it depends on how thin you.
Yeah,
cut the
like, I
Spam.
would have to experiment with the ratios.
Yeah. What are the condiments you putting on that bad boy? That sounds like something applesauce would go really good on.
I'm thinking for the thickness, maybe like, because I usually cut my Spam to about between 1/4 and 1/2 inch, but never more than 1/2 inch. But it's usually around
Yeah.
1/4. Because you need it to crisp,
Yep.
but still have some of that chew.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Man,
people
I thought
put
we were
fucking
gonna get a
peanut
lot
butter
more-
on cheeseburgers.
I haven't seen peanut butter alone. I have seen peanut butter and jelly though.
Yeah.
I think I'm realizing all three of us are kind of in the same vein when it comes to food that sounds weird. It's like, I'll try it. Might be
if
good.
it's good, cool. There's certain things I won't try, but for the most part, yeah. If you like
What's
it,
on your-
enjoy it. I'm not gonna stress on it for the most part.
What's on your won't try list?
Anything with mushrooms in it.
Ah, you suck.
No, it's purely a mental thing. It's
I get it. Their
like
texture
it
is
has
weird
nothing to
sometimes.
do with the flavor. It has nothing to do with the texture. It's purely mental.
Really.
Yeah.
Weird, man.
Well, mushrooms are a fungus, and how they break down their food is really messes with my mind, especially considering that because of medical professionals being dumb, I have multiple times had fungal infections in my forearm from blood draws.
Nice.
So they've eaten me enough times. I'm like, no, fuck that. I ain't giving them a foothold. Fuck that.
Remember that guy that injected himself with psychedelic mushrooms and started having mushrooms grow inside his body?
Case in point.
Yeah, I remember that. That was horrifying.
Case in fucking point.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you eat them.
Yep.
It's too difficult for me to get past that mental block. I did it once in boot camp, and it was fine. But that's mostly because I was already almost done with the food, and the moment I realized there might be mushrooms in it, I stopped eating it, and I just told myself, "No, I'm done. It's just beef stew. I'm just done. I'm gonna put this and leave it where I'm just done." And
that was one of the reasons why like I was looking at like the Campbell's like chunky soups, like looking at varieties I hadn't tried yet. And they had like this steak and potato soup, and I looked at the label and I saw that there was mushrooms on the label, like, oh shit, there's mushrooms in this. Fuck yeah.
The steak and
potato I'm actually feeling a little sick thinking about that time.
Yeah.
It's dumb, I know.
Speaking of fungus and stuff, I actually recently discovered I have an appreciation for blue cheese, at least the dressing.
Yeah, I like blue cheese.
Blue cheese is very similar in issue for me. It's fungus. I don't like the crumbles. It's mold.
Well, almost all cheese is mold.
Well, there's a difference between being created by having mold grow on it and still containing that mold in it.
To be fair, you know, like, the family of molds that they use to make blue cheese are all members of the penicillin family.
Yeah, I get that.
If that makes you feel any better.
It doesn't.
Yeah. Well, we tried.
It's one of those things I have to have that little bit of cognitive dissonance to not fight every time they put penicillin in me, which they haven't had to very often. But it happened every month in boot camp. That peanut butter shot sucked. And that had nothing to do with the fact that it had penicillin in it. That had everything to do with the fact that it was a pain in the ass needle. Literally.
Yeah.
Most people have had penicillin or penicillin derivatives. Amoxicillin is probably the most common one.
My mom is allergic to penicillin, and I think amoxicillin. Like that whole family.
You see, it's funny. I'm allergic to C-chlor. I'm allergic to C-chlor, which is a part of the family, but I have no trouble taking amoxicillin or penicillin. I'm just allergic to C-chlor.
That's interesting. Like, I've never, as far as I know, I've never shown any signs of medical of allergies to medicines. I have had this one weird, very minor allergy where I feel like I've got blisters in my mouth after eating something, but it's an ingredient that's in stuff. I don't know what the actual thing is, so I don't know what to avoid. And it goes away pretty quick.
Yeah. I figured out that I can't eat kimchi, which is sad because it's really tasty. Or if I do have it, it has to be fresh and I have to use it really quickly.
Yeah, the wife is similar with pineapple. It's got to be fresh. If it's fresh, she can eat it. But if it's been sitting long enough, it's gonna make her mouth itch. Not just tingle, itch.
Yeah,
Weird.
For me, it was a histamine intolerance. Like, I let the kimchi, because the histamine continues to build up the longer the kimchi exists, because it continues to ferment. So I was eating some kimchi on a sandwich, and it wasn't until I was about halfway done that I realized, oh, my lips are swelling.
Nice.
That's probably not good.
I
Oh, hey,
haven't,
I want to share
noticed
something with
any-
you guys.
What?
I'm gonna share something with you guys. Go check the video out down in show prep. I'm so glad I installed these cameras around my house. It's nothing special.
I think it's
Well, now
broken.
I know how to hack your cameras because I know which company you use. And also, it's not playing anything for me.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, it's broken.
Yeah,
That's
it's
stupid. I'll
saying
show you
play,
guys later.
but it's just showing a still shot.
That's stupid. I'll
Yeah.
fucking send it to you guys later. I'll get it on YouTubes or something.
Not Yatubs.
Well, we're about halfway through the show. Might as well do my special announcement now. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Special announcement.
Jables got a job as a fluffer.
Yep. Just kidding. I did get a job, though.
Congratulations!
Yeah, guess what it is?
A fluffer.
Because of what it actually is, stop making that joke. 'Cause that makes it weird.
It's like, you're making me uncomfortable. Stop.
Well, yeah. No, I'm gonna be an ice cream truck driver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, prowling the streets for children to buy my ice cream.
He's gonna be he's on the legal side of drug dealing.
Yeah.
He looks for addicts to sell his product to. And unlike most drug dealers, he can do it out in the open.
Yeah.
Good question. Is it an actual ice cream truck?
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't have free candy written on the side of a windowless van.
No, I asked this because, and this is a gripe that I have.
Well,
More
it's not
and
like
more
a full
these
it's
days.
not like a full giant truck with a I know what you're talking about, and yes, it is kind of one of those. I'll show you. It's not like one of the giant ones with like an ice cream cone on top or something.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. More and more
I know.
around my area, anyway. Like, I'll be in my house, and I'll hear
I
the
texted-
music, and I'll be
I
like,
texted you a picture of what it
oh,
looks
the ice
like.
cream man. On me phone?
It's not like a van with a bunch of stickers slapped on it, even though it is kind of a van with a bunch of stickers slapped on it. But it's not like a
Well, yeah,
run-of-the-mill minivan. It's like a legit thing.
Well, it's a Transit Connect, which is
Yeah.
based on the same platform as my car.
So yeah.
But no, what I'm talking about is like more and more lately in my area, like I'll be in my house and I'll hear the music and I'll be like, oh, it's the ice cream man. And I'll open up my door and I'll look out, and instead of the ice cream man, it's this incredibly gaudy fucking truck that like looks like a school bus.
Mm-hmm.
and it sells snow cones.
Boo.
And I get so disappointed every time
Snow
that
cones are
happens.
trash.
Yes, they
Get outta here
are.
with that shit.
Like,
I mean, they're
snow
stop
cones are
using
fine.
that music.
Snow cones are fine.
I
Don't
will
trick
say
me.
They're great on a hot day walking around a carnival, and you just need to cool down. You need something to cool down with a bit of flavor.
Yeah,
Fine.
it's ice and syrup. It's fine. It's tasty. Sometimes I actually just want a snow cone.
But when you're
there's a
hearing
huge
ice
difference.
cream truck music, and you're
Yeah,
and you're
when I hear
offered snow
nursery
cones,
rhyme music,
If it's an option, that's cool. If it's an option, that's cool. If it's the option, fuck you.
yeah, it's
Yeah, get outta here with
exclusively a
nonsense.
snow cone truck. These fucking school bus shaped snow cone trucks are pissing me off.
By the way, I'm going to send you a picture of a kitten as well.
I see.
Yeah. No, it's yeah, you can't come with the sounds of ice cream and be offering snow cones.
As I said, that's the only thing that those trucks offer. They're exclusively snow cones. There's no ice cream. There's no popsicles.
There was an ice cream van. It was just a regular minivan with a bunch of stickers on it, and they loaded like a meat locker freezer in the back of it in my old neighborhood, and they played like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and shit.
That's okay.
Yeah,
that
But
one's
at least
fine.
you're getting ice cream.
Yeah. Whatever, and they'd give me deals.
As I like, I hear the nursery rhyme music in my neighborhood. I expect to go outside and see a truck or van that I can walk up to and get my fucking strawberry shortcake bar from.
Yep. That's one thing I'm stoked about is trying all the ice creams that I just never bothered to try because I just have my go-tos.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I'm not looking forward to is that first child that comes up that can't afford an ice cream.
Oh.
Uh,
Yeah.
Should I just push him away with a big stick?
No.
No, that's not forceful enough. Get a good swing starting.
Oh.
No,
Well, I don't want to hit the kid.
broke kids
It's not my
get
kid.
free magic tricks.
Yeah, I could do that. I already decided I'm going to carry a bunch of like change so that a kid that's like a quarter short, I can, help him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Don't hate that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to kids, there's a lot more leeway. If you're talking like, hey, someone's a quarter short on their rent, just give it to them. If it's a kid that's a quarter short, if it's a kid that's a quarter short on ice cream, it's a quarter. Depends on. Oh, okay. To be fair, it does depend on what it is. Like if you're talking like the candy is supposed to be like 50 cents and they've only got a quarter. I mean,
Go dig through the couch, bud.
yeah. If you're talking like
If
a
it's like-
$2,
Also-
$3 ice cream and they're a quarter short,
We have
Yeah.
to preface it like this is for small children. It's just like
yeah,
if you're a
not teens.
teenager or a grown ass adult, it's like don't try and do this bum shit with me. You either have the money or you don't.
I might even, well, and also like, if it's an adult, like we take cards as well. It's not just a cash only thing. So
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah, looking at those vans, it's like that makes sense.
Yeah. But if it's just like a kid,
I'm a
and
traditionalist.
Yeah, I prefer the
What,
big old
cash
truck
only?
that you get. The truck that looks like it's a converted postal truck.
yeah, yeah, whatever. I'm
Or
cool
I
with it.
guess
I'm gonna
technically a
have fun with
postal
it.
truck is a converted to ice cream truck.
No, I meant I'm a traditionalist in the fact it's like I just go up with like loose, small value bills or like a pocket full of change. I'm not using
Yeah.
cards on the ice cream truck. It's just weird to me.
Yeah, it's weird to me too, but you know that's what's gonna happen. What another thing that weirds me out is the the guy that runs it. He's like, yeah, so you're gonna come in. Like I start Wednesday. I was like, yeah, you're gonna come in. We're gonna do all the paperwork and stuff. You know, get you officially hired. It's all the paperwork, and then I'm gonna drive around with you for like 15 minutes, and then you're on your own. I'm like, okay.
Are you just gonna make sure I'm not gonna jerk off in the truck? I know for a fact that I can hold
Well,
off
I
for
have to-
15 minutes. I'm not that much
I
of a
have
sex
to-
addict.
I have to link my Google Maps to his so that he can track me, you know,
Yeah,
while I'm on
so
the job.
you're not
Yeah.
fucking off outside of like designated areas.
Yep.
Yeah, if that's the case, they should be providing a company phone, in my opinion.
Yes, I am going to inquire more about that, or at least compensation to pay for my phone bill.
Yeah. Well, the reason I say that is because if you link your phone, your Google Maps to his, he can track you even off hours.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care about that right now.
I'm just saying
If that
that's...
becomes,
Oh, you went to a bar? We can't have our employees associating with that bar. You're fired.
yeah, it doesn't strike me as that type of guy.
Yeah, I still wouldn't trust that. But that's me. And I have spent a few years in the union. Which may be jading my... maybe coloring my perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found an image that like I have to share with you guys. I'm gonna put it in during show.
Yeah, I just find it weird that I'm gonna be the ice cream guy now.
Look at these fucking abominations, man.
What?
Fuck that shit.
Fuck.
That looks like I'm getting ice cream, not snow cones.
Yeah, honestly, if that was an actual ice cream truck that had shaved ice, that had snow cones, no issue. The fact that it's only a snow cone truck, fuck you.
Pull it up on the stream.
Give me a moment.
The world needs to see this. Because this looks
like nation.
This looks like I can get the straight up soft serve ice cream cone out of it. This looks like Miss Frizzle's about to take me on an adventure, okay? This is supposed to be fun, not snow cone.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
And the company that runs these things is Snowy of Indy.
The fuck is that
you mean
name?
No Fun of Indy?
Huh?
No Enjoyment of Indy? Is that what it stands for?
Snowy.
Snowy?
Yeah.
How about they go snow fuck themselves?
Spelled as such.
Yeah.
Like, sure, I'm cool with shaved ice being a treat. I got no issue with that. Don't have it be the only fucking thing on your goddamn bus.
I said, like, they run the same routes and play the same music as traditional ice cream trucks.
Just
You
throw
should
ice
slash
cream
their
in there.
tires in a video game.
In
Sometimes, and sometimes I'll actually see them, like they'll be in neighborhoods at the same time as the ice cream truck.
That would be fine.
I'm more okay with it if it's at the same time as the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
But a lot
But
of the time
you're
it's just
luring
like,
me out with your promises of ice cream and giving me snow cones. Not good.
Like, I like snow
well,
cones.
well, then you have the other
option.
pros. Like, what if you hear the music and you go out and you see it's a snow cone truck and you go back in, and then you hear the music again, but you don't go out because you think it's still the snow cone truck, but it's actually the ice cream man this time?
Yeah, choose different music.
Have it say snow cones, not ice cream, over the music. Still play the music, but just have a voice audibly saying, snow cones, not ice cream.
Yeah,
Like
like it
kids
had like a
play
little
this-
thing. It's like snow cones, get your snow cones. It's like, okay, I can ignore that one.
Yeah. Yeah, have it do a. This is a truck for snow cones. Da, 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 da. This is a truck for snow cones. Truck for snow cones.
Someone
know.
could come up with something a lot better, but we're not musical geniuses here either, so.
And so,
Yeah.
I literally have like the review bra reaction anytime I hear the music and I look out my door and see that goddamn school bus looking truck. It's just like, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
The truck looks like Miss Frizzle's summer job. So like, can you buy water balloons and stuff out of it too?
Jesus
No.
Christ, Jables.
I'm selling water balloons on the side out of the ice cream truck, dude.
Jesus Christ, Jables. What the fuck?
What? It's a cute kitty.
You know what? You texted it to me.
It's a kitty.
That is fucking funny. I was like, what the fuck is this asshole sending me? Oh, okay.
It's a little kitten.
I know it is now. Holy shit.
Yeah,
I
you're
wonder
like,
how far away you have to be before you stop seeing the kitten.
Not very far. It's fooled me a couple of times. I was like, why do I have a picture of that? Oh, yeah, that's right, kitty.
Jesus Christ. I don't approve.
but I would like to thank Jables for his acquiring of this career path because it finally gave me an excuse to bring up and bitch about these goddamn snow cone trucks.
Fuck yeah. It. Maybe sell a home kit to make your own ice cream out of it, so that there's science if you're gonna be school bus adjacent.
Yeah, school's out. That means it's time for fucking not school, and shaved ice feels very like school.
Yeah, it feels like a school pizza party where you only get the tiniest sliver of pizza.
I can't blame the teachers on that though.
No,
They're
after
usually
I found
buying
out they
that
pay
shit
for-
out of their own pocket.
Yeah, and it's not like, yeah.
They don't exactly get reimbursed.
Well, yeah, like that's how I found out. Like the reason why most of the pizza parties I ever had in my school district, the reason why it almost always ended up being Papa John's is because Papa John's cuts school special deals.
Yep. At my school, it was either Papa John's or Domino's. Actually, had a special for my school specifically because of its location.
Mhm.
Well,
I
and maybe
think
one of the other small town schools, but yeah.
I think my first school, it was Little Caesars, but that was back before they were really doing the cardboard shit, and then came back. So like, Little Caesars went down to like it's just cardboard and rubber, and then they came back up to where they are now. It was before the initial dip.
Yeah.
Like,
Little Caesars is fine for what it is.
Yeah, it's
And like
now
the
it is.
owner of Little Caesars has said as much. He's like, guys, I'm making this as cheap as I can. This is for like working people that can't afford much and just had like a long day and need a pizza for their family. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Like Little
doing my
Caesars
best.
isn't bad, and it's pretty good for what it is.
Oh, yeah, and fun little tip for Little Caesars: if you're like broke and if you're on food stamps, you can buy the pizza raw, and then they'll cook it for you for $1. So you can buy it with food stamps and then pay them an extra $1 cash to cook it.
also, like, a lot of the people that like shit on Little Caesars, I think their main experience is just like, oh, you got a single topping pizza, you know, like one of the hot and ready options.
Yeah,
If you
Which
are
actually,
still
that
fine. They're fine.
Well, the hot and readies are good if they haven't been sitting in that little hot and ready oven forever.
That's why I said fine. They're either good
Yeah.
or they're.
But, like-
eh.
but if you order any other type of pizza off Little Caesars menu, like one of their specialties, like the Hula Hawaiian or the Ultimate Supreme, something they actually have to make,
Yeah.
then Little Caesars is actually pretty damn good. At least
if
in my
it's fresh, it's
experience.
good. If it's fresh, it's good. But there was that time where it was straight up cardboard.
Yeah. And yeah, anybody that's starting a business, there's two CEOs to follow. It's the CEO of Arizona Tea and the CEO of Little Caesars. Those are the two people you should follow.
Also,
Aspire
look
to be
into the
like.
CEO of Costco. Don't
Mhm.
necessarily follow him, but but just listen to his story.
Yeah. And then yeah. Ooh, I wonder if I
Unless
Could
you,
That's what I
unless
would
we're
say.
talking
I
about
would
the hot
say-
dogs, in which case follow that one to the T.
yeah.
If you up the price of these hot dogs, I will fucking kill you.
Well, yeah, there's a
almost
if you guys want to
verbatim.
hear like yeah, if anybody wants to hear stories about all of these CEOs,
Fat Electrician,
the-
specifically his Fat Files channel.
yeah.
Nick?
Go check out the Fat Files.
Nick is so good. Fucking
Oh
love
god,
that dude.
his delivery is fantastic too.
Yeah.
Oh. Like, if you want to learn about
Um,
history, go to the Fat Electrician channel. If you want to learn about these businesses, or just hear him rant about something, because it's the exact same delivery, go to his Fat Files.
Yeah, guy's a veteran, and he is the embodiment of weaponized autism.
Yeah.
Something that Buffalo public schools are finding out the hard way right now.
Nice.
I still need to watch that. I haven't had a chance to watch the most recent unsub drop.
It's rough.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it is.
But basically,
Like the shit they've
Basically,
already released has been kind of rough.
but one thing that like happened in it is that Nick has basically compiled another one of his binders of doom. He's just like, yeah, I've compiled all the information necessary with all the proof necessary that angry cops can sue Channel 2 News in Buffalo for defamation. And he's like, and I want Channel 2 News in Buffalo to put out an apology to my buddy cops here, and if they don't, I'm going to turn all this information over to him.
Yeah, Nick is not a guy you want to be on the receiving end of, unless you actually have a solid stance. Like, if you're a true believer of what you're pushing, you don't want to be in his corruption radar. Ooh, that's some scary shit.
I said, man, weaponized autism.
That's definitely one way of putting it.
Yeah, last thing I'll say about Little Caesars. If you wanted a stuffed crust pizza, go to Little Caesars. Pizza Hut may have been the originator, but they're way too fucking expensive.
Oh yeah,
they tack
absolutely.
on like an extra $7 to $10 on their stuffed crust.
Whereas like
Pizza Hut, not Little Caesars.
Little Caesars, you can get a large stuffed crust single topping for like $13.99.
Yeah.
And because it's a stuffed crust pizza, they have to make it fresh. It's not going to be sitting in the thing, so it's good.
Yeah. I wonder if the guy that hired me to do this ice cream truck driving, he would let me sell water balloons and stuff out of the back.
Talk to him about it. What's the worst he can say? No. You're fired.
I'm gonna see what the job's like and stuff first, but
yeah. The only thing I can do is like anybody who's like put in the effort to have like a fleet of identical vehicles with like identical custom graphics. Probably not the type of person that's going to tolerate anything that's not above board in any way.
yeah.
Because they're the ones who ultimately pay the price if it goes south.
And I think he initially called me for an interview because I sent a message on Indeed being like, hey, I don't know if this helps or not, but I know how to do some magic tricks. Because he brought it up during the interview.
That could be above board though. That's, hey, we've got a driver who does magic tricks.
Yeah.
That's added that
I
could
don't
have
like...
to pay him extra, and it's added value to our company.
Yeah. Whereas with the water balloons, it would be, it's like, is this a product that gets sold on all the trucks? If so, why not?
Yeah. It's a huge difference between the individual value versus, like, hey, a product value.
Okay, so maybe I propose it to him as being like, hey, have you ever thought about also selling water balloons?
Yeah. That's an option.
And just be like that to him.
Yeah, I definitely would not try it as like a side hustle. It would have to be something that he would have to implement on the fleet.
And
yeah,
and
because if he caught you doing a side hustle, that would be grounds for firing you more than likely.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't do that because this would. The way I'm seeing this job going, it seems like a job I might want to do like every summer on the weekends and shit.
Yeah.
Even if I get another job.
Yeah, and you want to get in the guy's good graces.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if he ends up going like. Go ahead.
I actually found the job because he posted in the community Facebook group in the area that I live in.
I mean, can you think of a better way of getting local guys?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just talking about Little Caesars, and Pav gets a Taco Bell ad. Yeah, Taco Bell is another one of those companies that the fat electrician covers.
Taco Bell.
Also, hi, Pav.
That's great.
Hi,
Pop.
Yeah, he posted in a... Yeah, in the community Facebook group, because I joined the community Facebook group when I moved here, because that's a good way to find jobs. And,
yeah, it's how you get local people for a job.
Yeah.
Turn on your AC then, Pav. It actually is getting warm out, though.
Yeah, it's supposed to get up to like 80 here today.
Oh, the wife and I just got inflatable kayaks. Or an inflatable kayak and an inflatable paddleboard.
Nice.
So hopefully we'll start doing more of that in over the summer.
Also, hey, Pav, we were also just talking about my new job. I'm going to be an ice cream truck driver.
So, seeing as how we ended up talking...
by the way, hold on real quick. So one reason why I know my best friend from back home is my best friend, because when I told him about the ice cream truck job, he instantly replied with, "I thought you weren't allowed within 500 feet of children." And that's how you know he's your best friend.
Yeah. I was tempted to make that joke, but I think I had some other thing.
You said you had a porn stash joke.
Yeah, I had a porn stash joke.
Yeah, you're like, are they gonna let you do that with the 80s porn stash? And I just responded with, it's more of a 90s porn stash, but yeah.
And then I told the wife, and of course, you know, she's obviously not your best friend because she went, "Oh."
Yeah.
Well, at first she didn't believe me because she thought that was too perfect.
But one thing I want to know is if I can get like ice cream truck renditions of certain songs, if I can play those, like Boys in the Hood.
I think they're all company provided.
Yeah, they probably are, but after a bit, when I build up a better relationship with the guy that's running it, I might be like, hey, if I find like renditions that sound like regular ice cream truck music, can I play that?
Or can I make suggestions for the rotation?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, look, man. Like, I'm just saying, like, it would be really funny to be going around playing Amish Paradise.
Yeah. But have it in like that
music box tone.
Instrument?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just have it all in music box tone. I can make that shit with AI. All right.
But see as how we spent a good bit there talking about pizza, but it's still kind of relevant. Shall we talk about the abomination?
Oh,
the abomination. Yeah, Philadelphia style.
No, it's only that one town in Philadelphia.
Too
That's what I
bad.
learned.
Specifically, it was a hotel.
All of Philadelphia is now lumped in with it. Fuck that town. Fuck Philadelphia
like,
for
people-
It was a
letting them
specialty.
exist.
People
It was
make
a
this shit in
specialty
their
to a
homes.
hotel, and the hotel burned down, and then other people started copying it to keep it alive. So they're
The
perpetuating
hotel
the
burned
sin.
down for a fucking reason.
Because they were making
Yeah,
this
the food gods
abomination.
passed judgment.
Yes.
Rimshee, Pull up the image.
Alright, I gotta find it again.
Warning for people at home: graphic content about to be
Yes,
displayed.
this is a trigger.
You might want
warning.
to hide
We do
your
have a
children.
we do have a foodie audience. This is a trigger warning for a foodie audience. You're about to see an
however
abomination.
many of you are actually currently watching, which I don't think is that many.
I think
The
it's
image
just
you are about to see may disturb you.
If it doesn't, fuck you.
If it doesn't, you don't have a soul. I'm looking at you, Puff.
Just. Oh god. Oh god.
Like, if you
Oh,
didn't
no.
call that pizza, sure. It's a local thing. The fact that they're calling it pizza.
Yeah. It's tomato paste with Kraft singles on the thickest crust I've ever seen.
So, doing some research into this horrific abomination,
It's a tomato cheesy bread. It ain't no fucking pizza.
the crust is
I'd hardly even call it that.
The crust is supposedly based on like a Sicilian style, which does have a thick crust, but not quite to this degree. And
Like
the
maybe half the size.
toppings traditionally are smoked salami, green peppers, and a fucking Kraft single.
I'm cool with the smoked salami and the green peppers.
Yeah, that would be fine.
This looks
this
like
is specifically Altoona, Pennsylvania. This is their namesake pizza that the town is allegedly proud of.
why? It's an open-faced sandwich. Fuck you.
It's one of those things. I stumbled across this because I just saw this Facebook post that was just like, it was just comment farming. And it was, and somebody, like, this page was just asking, what's the worst pizza you've ever had? And I saw a bunch of people type in, just look up Altoona, Pennsylvania pizza. And all of those comments were full of replies of people from Pennsylvania. It's just that fucking town. It's not the rest of us, I swear. So I looked it up. I don't see any smoked salami and I don't see any green peppers on any of the images that I saw. It's just that's one of the better pictures that I saw when I Googled it.
I can see the smoked salami a little bit. And I can see the
You
outline
can see the
of
green pepper through some of the cheese.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Now,
But like I
here's the
said,
thing.
this is an open-faced sandwich. This is not a pizza.
And, like, I don't
This
even
is a
object
tomato paste
to
melt.
you. I don't even object to using sliced cheese to make pizza. You can
I
do
do.
this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should.
My favorite pizza is made with sliced cheese.
Vampire just got the notification. We've already been going for over an hour, Vampire.
Yeah, we've got 15 minutes left.
I'm down to stay longer if you guys are. That's
Yeah, we can stay longer, I think. I opened,
Hold on.
I unlocked my phone to double check something, and I forgot I had my fucking phone still open to your message.
got scared again.
No, I had a moment of what the fuck? Oh yeah, that's right.
Putting it in during show.
That looks okay. Is that bananas on it?
Yeah. Banana peppers, yeah.
Oh, this food might be ready sooner than I expected. That's nice.
That's my favorite pizza is a local place called Bob's To Your Door Pizza. And instead of using shredded mozzarella, they use slices of mozzarella to put the cheese on the
Okay,
pizza.
you're talking. Okay, when you were saying sliced cheese, I thought you were talking Kraft singles. We're talking Kraft singles here.
Well, Kraft singles aren't cheese, but no. My point was it's like
they are cheese, but it depends on how you define cheese.
By bringing up Bob's as my example, it's like you can use sliced cheese to make pizza.
That's fine, but
it has to be appropriate cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't use fucking combination of cheese, culture, milk, and oil that only solidifies when put between the little cellophane wraps.
Yeah.
Kraft singles are frankenfood of a whole different level.
Yeah. Like, American cheese is a cheese. Technically, Kraft singles are technically American cheese.
Well,
no, they legally cannot be defined as cheese.
American cheese is a different thing, because if you get American cheese in the block, it's very different than Kraft single.
Yeah. That's why I said technically.
American cheese is cheese. It's a processed cheese, but it's a cheese that's made from other cheeses.
Yeah.
Namely, like, different kinds of cheddars, sometimes Colby. They mix these cheeses together with a bit of milk. They mix these cheeses together with a bit of milk so that it has like a very mild flavor and a very consistent melting quality. It's still cheese, actual cheese, it's just processed a bit.
Yeah.
Kraft singles are not cheese. They legally cannot be defined as cheese.
Yeah, aren't they labeled as like a cheese product?
Yes, thing? Cheese product. Pasteurized processed cheese product. Like, honestly, if you want like some like the best like actual like American cheese slices, get Boar's Head. Boar's Head American cheese is fucking awesome.
Yeah, not a big thing over here. So.
But honestly, I wouldn't even begrudge you using Kraft singles to make pizza if you were doing it at home for your kids or because that's all the cheese you had in the house. This is not something that should be sold.
No, don't suggest that, Rimshee. That's fucking child abuse.
Hey,
I said I could understand it, not that I agree with it.
Yeah. And Pop's right. We have Tillamook over here.
Yeah. Yeah, Tillamook is good shit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I went on Tillamook's website and I didn't see any options for American cheese.
Because it's real cheese.
I was talking specifically sliced American cheese.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I stand by my statement, I can understand it. We're talking like poor families, though. We're talking, food, like straight up food stamps level shit.
We're talking making the best of a bad situation. We're not talking about an entire town that stands behind it.
No, fuck that town.
Yeah, to the point that after the fucking hotel burned down, the other people started doing it to keep the tradition alive. You people are fucking. There's something wrong with you.
Yeah,
Kraft doesn't make American cheese, Pav. They make American cheese product.
Yeah, no, Pav, Kraft. American cheese is like a specific type of cheese, or it's a cheese. It's processed cheese, whatever. But it's still an actual type of cheese.
It's a processed blend of cheeses.
Yeah.
Craft singles are primarily milk, oil, and cheese culture.
Yeah, that's another thing that Pav does bring up though, is like people don't really, other than craft singles, people don't really use American cheese over here.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, it's more of like an East Coast Midwest thing. Especially like white American cheese.
Yeah. Like, I
Yep,
was
Boar's
just
Head's
thinking,
got
I
a
don't think
really
I've
nice
ever
white
seen
American.
American cheese in the store. Haven't been
I've
looking, to
seen
be
it.
fair, but I don't think I've seen it.
I've seen it because I was working at Walmart, and that's how I found out that it doesn't just come pre-sliced from Kraft. Yeah.
Kraft also gave us Velveeta, which is stable at room temperature.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like Velveeta shells and cheese, I never liked, probably because I never grew up with it. But I knew a bunch of people that grew up with it and liked it. And same with craft singles. Never grew up with it, and everybody that I knew that did grow up with it loved it, and I just never liked it really. I'll use it in a pinch,
Velveeta can be
but
okay.
I'm not.
Not that it's good.
I will never
can
again-
be okay.
I will never again eat a Kraft single. Not when I have access to American cheese, actual American cheese.
Yeah. No, if it can be avoided, I'll avoid it.
Yeah.
That's why I like Zips, because they use Tillamook cheese, and it's like cheddar.
Yeah, I gotta use mild cheddars though. Well, you can go up to
medium.
medium.
I like.
You
I'm a
can go
medium
up to
guy.
medium, but after that they don't melt very well.
Oh, so at the end of the show last week, someone posted a scam message, and we didn't catch it, so I deleted it at the start of this show. But I'm looking back through the chat, and I noticed their name, and their fucking name is Convincing Peasant.
Yeah. Cool.
F31X.
Wasn't that convincing then?
No. Best viewers on streambo.com. Fuck that place. And then it has some extra information. Streambo.com should be banned.
Yep. All right. Well, let's end this, since it's Memorial Day weekend, with the 11 foods you should never cook on the grill.
Yeah, let's hit that.
Yeah.
And I was scrolling through this list, and I disagree with some of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you want to read it? Or should I, since I'm the one currently grilling? Speaking of which.
You go.
Oh, yeah. 11 foods, according to Mashed, that you should never cook on the grill. Specifically by Nicole. I'm not going to pronounce that last name. Fuck you, Nicole. One of many exciting warm
She's
weather
like,
rituals.
I'm gonna pull my racism card.
One of many exciting warm weather rituals is firing up the grill again after a long winter. Even a basic hamburger tastes like heaven when you get to enjoy the sunshine and delicious aromas as your meat cooks al fresco.
Yeah, and we don't actually have to read the whole thing. We can just go through the list and talk about each one.
Yeah, I kind of want to stop there because the fact that she's using al fresco tells me a lot about this article.
Oh, you're already insufferable. That's great.
Yeah, exactly. Frozen seafood and tiny shellfish. I am gonna read through this one because I want to hear her reasoning.
I did browse through. Well, a lot of this comes from her talking to chefs. So it's going to be other chefs' opinions on all this. I did read through some of it.
All right. Well, I want to hear the reasoning. Freezing meat and seafood is the easiest way to keep these ingredients fresh for long periods of time. But there's nothing more frustrating than coming home hungry and realizing that you've forgotten to take out a frozen item to thaw in the fridge. You may be tempted to just throw frozen fish on the grill and hope for the best, but Mike Lukowski, I guess that's Lukowski, from Charlotte Grill Company doesn't recommend it. You don't want to grill seafood when frozen, as the moisture from the thawing can affect the evenness of the cook, he says. That's actually reasonable. That one's kind of reasonable.
It's reasonable, but who goes straight from frozen to grill?
There are stupid people out there.
Yeah.
Also, like,
It's just
a hamburger, you can, if you've got it frozen, you can go straight to the grill with that. It just changes how you cook it.
The pre-made frozen patties, those are a bit different.
Yeah.
I don't count that, because they're like, those are made to go from frozen to grill. But you should.
Alright, continuing on with that. Additionally, it's always wise to keep tiny shellfish away from the barbecue, such as baby scallops and small shrimp. According to Zarowski, I'm just going to go with the last name, from Grillin' with Dad, due to the diminutive size of these seafood varieties, they can slip through the grates or overcook in seconds, he warns. If you're craving shrimp on the Barbie, it's best to arrange them tightly on a skewer, which makes them easy to flip and sear without overcooking. Like, okay, so this first one makes sense. I get it. Like, I get where they're coming from with this one. This one's fine.
Yeah, but also, if it can fit through the grates, either flat top it or skewer it. Those are the rules.
Yeah. But there are people who are dumb out there.
Yeah. But that's why we're also providing... This is also a PSA to any of you grilling this weekend.
Yeah, I got a nice big, I think it's flank steak. No, I forget what it is. I'd have to look. But it's currently...
Commit grilling sins, or I will
36
hunt you
away.
down.
Alright. Flaky fish and cod, flaky fish such as cod or flounder. All three of the grilling experts we consulted agreed that flaky fish should be a no-go when it comes to grilling. This includes cod, tilapia, flounder, lemon sole, and other cuts of flaky white fish. If you try grilling these delicate types of fish, you'll watch them fall apart as they stick to the grates or fall. First off,
okay, so hold
that's
on.
what flat
First
topping's
rule,
for.
if something falls apart easily, don't put it on a grill unless you got a flat top that you can toss on there.
But I to be fair, I am now going to start looking at this as they're talking from the perspective of a know-nothing griller who's just going to toss it onto the grill itself and is not going to be thinking about flat topping versus the actual grill.
Yeah. Paul,
So if we're looking at it from that perspective, sure, fair enough.
I think that's what this is supposed to be anyways. I still want to mock them for making this list though.
Yeah, they could have made this more clear at the start. But then again, we
Pav
didn't
is
read
right.
that. I'm gonna... Go ahead, keep talking.
They don't mention anything about that. They're just like, we talked to some chefs. Pav,
All right.
yes, you are right about the tin foil, but you should, if you can afford rolls of tin foil, you can probably spring the $10 to $15 for an okay flat top to put on your grill.
Pav, why would steak be on this list? This is things you should never cook on the grill.
Yeah, why wouldn't... Grill's a great place to cook a steak.
Yeah.
And Pav, if
Hell,
you
I've got
say
one on my
because
barbecue
it
right
dries
now.
out this. Yeah, and Pav, if you. Oh no, the list is for dumb people. For
Like
sure.
the list has so far has good good suggestions.
I never said the list is dumb because it's a lot of no shit Sherlock moments. The
Yeah.
list isn't but the list isn't wrong.
Alright, I'm going to continue with this because I think they cover part of this. There are a few different tools that you can use to effectively grill flaky fish, according to the experts. Steven says you can barbecue them by using a plancha or griddle, while Zorowski suggests using a grill basket or wrapping them in foil. If you're not feeling confident enough to experiment with these tools, all you need is some brioche to try the mouth-watering hack for crispy fish baked in the oven. You can also stick with grilling hardier fish, such as salmon, tuna, or snapper. If you're not sure about how to approach barbecuing fish and other types of meat, Reichland's many years of grilling experience taught him this. Direct grill intrinsically tender, quick-cooking meats like steaks, burgers, fish fillets, and chicken breasts. Indirect grill or smoke larger or tougher cuts of meat like prime rib, whole fish, and whole chicken. So, yeah, they did cover it. They did say, hey, if you want to cook this, some sort of flat top setup, or tin foil, or a grill basket, or whatever the fuck a plancha is. That's probably just a flat, another flat top.
It's kind of like
softer processed cheeses.
Yes, melty things do not put on grill.
Yeah, that one I can't argue with. Honestly, with soft cheeses, you've got to cold smoke those. You can't hot smoke them.
Well,
should and I mean you can, you absolutely can, but you just gotta do it a specific way.
Also depends on what you're doing with it.
Yeah. But you are only so basically a flat top you can do on a flat top you can do whatever you like. I think that's the key to take away from this. On a flat top,
I like that guy's style.
Go for it.
Yeah, Lukowski. Lukowski's he's got it down.
Yeah.
All right, here's where we start getting into the weird stuff.
All right. Leafy greens, cucumbers, celery, and other watery vegetables. I can kind of see this to a degree.
To be fair, I have seen somebody try to grill lettuce before. It's a dumb fucking move. Don't bother. Don't do it. Cucumber, celery, don't.
Lettuce is not cabbage. Just because they look similar does not mean they are.
Vegetables tend to be a lot more enticing with a nice sear from the grill. The great news is that our experts agreed that you can throw caution to the wind when grilling many vegetables. The only ones that didn't get a green light from the experts are vegetables with a very high water content. While it's not impossible to grill watery veggies, like cucumbers and celery, the taste won't win you over. Cucumbers lose a lot of moisture and flavor on the grill, and are not commonly included in grilled veggie dishes, says Lukowski. Instead, you may want to use your fresh cucumbers in a homemade, whatever the fuck that word is, sauce recipe that would pair well with grilled kebabs.
Tzatziki.
Yeah, whatever. Zurovsky agrees, adding that very watery vegetables like cucumbers or celery don't grill well. They lose structure and don't develop much flavor. Instead, stick with hearty vegetables like bell peppers, zucchini, and asparagus. He also thinks you'll be disappointed if you try to grill any leafy greens like spinach or arugula, since they'll immediately wilt and get bitter. Swap leafy greens for grilled romaine halves.
Don't do that. Don't listen to that part.
Apparently,
you should
hard root vegetables such as beets and rutabagas should not be included.
Oh.
Does that include potatoes?
No, I think it's the more watery ones.
Potatoes can be pretty watery, but I get where you're coming from. While Reichland couldn't come up with any vegetables that home cooks should avoid grilling outright, he thinks that hard root vegetables require a specific approach to be cooked properly. Hard root vegetables like beets and rutabagas aren't so great direct grilled, but you can indirect grill or ember grill them with reasonable results. Putting in that effort for only reasonable results may not always be worthwhile, but that technique is your best bet if you're passionate about trying. Okay.
Yeah, but if you're including beets, it's better not to grill them and have them on the side cold as like a palate cleanser.
But also, how much of this has been, hey, if you're gonna do it right, or do it this way, with the title saying you should never cook on the grill. Like, the title is misleading as fuck.
Yeah.
Yep, it's
right.
buzzword garbage.
Yeah, it's to get you to click on the article, which it did.
Yeah, Jables.
Yeah.
Super lean ground meats
I still
like
call the
turkey
person that put
and
together
chicken.
a bit.
Super lean ground meats like turkey and chicken. Far better with a binder. If you're searching for perfect fat ratio for your burgers, 80-20 is the grilling expert's top pick. There isn't any type of ground meat that these three would avoid, but Mike Lukowski and Zurowski, I keep messing that one up, urge home cooks to use a binder agent like egg or cheese to make ground poultry burgers better.
Yeah.
Lukowski,
You should also use egg or cheese for your beef burgers because it's pretty tasty.
Lukowski explains that if binders are used in ground turkey or chicken patties, this will keep them together as they grill and the fat renders out. He prefers using beaten eggs for a binder agent as they hold the meat together while helping the patty grow bigger and fluffier. Lukowski also likes adding bacon, cheese, jalapenos, onions. This is just their preferred shit. Okay.
Yeah, get out of there.
But basically, just make sure you have something that holds the meat together.
This next one is the one that made me copy the article and post it there because
approach
it says
brisket
never cook on
and
the grill.
other big cuts of meat with caution. I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah, but
The
it's not a
experts
never.
Yeah, again, the title is
definitely
fucking
not a never.
clickbait shit. The experts emphasize that big cuts of beef shouldn't get much direct heat. You should always approach brisket, prime rib, and beef shank using a low and slow method. Stephen Reichland's advice for grilling tough meats is inspired by Philadelphia specialty sandwich, or by a Philadelphia specialty sandwich. One secret to make any tough meat grilled or smoked palatable is to slice it paper thin across the grain. That's how Philadelphians achieve tenderness in their namesake cheese sticks, he shares. That's nice. Low and slow, bro. Lukowski thinks that home cooks should enjoy the best of both worlds by using the grill and oven when preparing sizable cuts of meat. Prime rib, brisket, roasts, and tenderloins may need to be finished in the oven after the initial sear to avoid overcooking. But almost all beef is going to go really well on the grill as long as you monitor and manage the internal temperature, he says. When barbecuing, do you struggle to keep your grill meat juicy? Lukowski had some advice about that too. When cooking big pieces of meat on the grill, you could try brining or marinating them to help them stay moist and flavorful and avoid getting overcooked. He suggests, while adding that letting meats get to room temperature before grilling helps them cook more evenly. Don't forget to practice some patience once it's time to take your meat off the grill. Some meats only need around 5 minutes of rest time, while bigger cuts may need considerably more time.
Yeah.
Always rest your meat.
Yeah. Several types of fruit may not turn out great on the grill. Okay, this one's actually interesting. Grilling fruit can transform the natural sugars of those healthy treats in a magical way, and many types of fruit will taste fabulous after barbecuing. However, the experts say it's best to keep watery fruits off the grill, like kiwis and oranges, since they can get rather mushy over time. Grilling watermelon can seem like the
Pineapples
ultimate...
are fine, super fibrous.
Yeah. Grilling watermelon can seem like the ultimate encapsulation of summer. But Zawalski has fallen for this trap and recommends avoiding it. Watermelon might seem like a good idea, but it often ends up mushy and just watery after grilling. Same with
like
overly
99%
ripe
water.
bananas. They just turn into mush and can get messy, he said. What'd you say?
Watermelon is primarily water.
Yeah.
You would have thought.
I've seen barbecued watermelon, and if done right, I guess it tastes good. I've never actually tried it, but some people like it.
Alright. I say just have some watermelon. It's supposed to be cold for a hot day.
Yeah. It is still possible to barbecue bananas as long as you keep a close eye on them. If they get too soft, you won't achieve any caramelization on the grill. Keeping your bananas in their peels while they are on the grates could prevent a mess. Alternatively, you can try making foil-wrapped, grilled, stuffed banana boats to set that fire-infused flavor without the hassle. To get the most delicious grilled fruit, Reichland advises placing watery fruit like peaches and pineapples over direct heat, while firmer fruits like apples and pears should be placed over indirect heat. However, Reichland notes that one fruit I don't particularly like grilled or heated in any way is grapes, which are likely to fall between the grates of a barbecue anyway.
Yeah, if it fits between the grates, don't put it on a grate.
Yeah.
Also,
Temp.
just a little bit of advice, seeing as how we're getting into summer, for anybody who has children or knows people that have children. Because as Jables and I said, seeing as how watermelon is primarily water and relatively low calorie, it's a great way to keep kids hydrated while they're out playing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now they're saying tempura and marinades.
Because not all
with
kids
high
will
oil,
drink
lard, or
water
sugar
for
content.
you, but a lot of them will eat watermelon for you.
Tempura and marinades with high oil, lard, or sugar content.
Okay, yes, those are all flammable things.
Yeah. Let's see their reasoning.
Yes, fire hazard.
One fact that may shock home cooks is that not all marinades work well on the grill. If you're used to stellar results from baking or broiling your meats, you might not expect your favorite marinade to go up in smoke when you try it on the grill. To avoid a bitter flavor or even a dangerous fire, Lukowski and Zorowski advise steering clear of marinades that contain a lot of fat or sugar. Sugar isn't off the marinade menu entirely, but you should keep it away from direct heat. Zorowski explains that keeping a close eye on sweet marinades will help you avoid burnt meat. For flavorful inspiration, check out these unique steak marinades. I'm not clicking on that. However, fat-based marinades pose a bigger risk. If any of the marinade drips into the fire, it could become dangerous. Lukowski warns.
Yeah, this is an accelerant.
Yeah. I would also avoid marinades heavy in oil or lard content, as they tend to cause flare-ups and grease fires when they catch. Lukowski suggests using a paper towel to pat your meat dry so that spices stick during the grilling process. Another benefit of this is that the meat can be cooked more evenly. Try to apply spices at least an hour before grilling so the meat has a chance to soak up more flavor. Tempura and other loose batters can also pose problems because of drips. For your own sanity, choose other options to avoid a laborious cleanup. Also, a big thing with this is keep in mind what kind of grill you're using. If you're over an open fire like charcoal, or a wood fire, you're probably gonna want to just be careful. If you've got I've got a fancy Weber. I've got 2 fancy Weber grills. But like if you're dealing with a gas grill that like a Weber gas grill where it uses these little metal triangles to go right over the flame to radiate the heat a little more evenly and to prevent drips right onto the burners, you're gonna be a little bit more safe. Same with my Weber pellet griller. It's got this big old triangle running down the center, and that thing protects it from hitting the thing where the actual pellets are burning. You're safer off there.
Speaking of propane and propane accessories, King of the Hill's restarting this summer.
I heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was fake.
Nope, real thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, Johnny Tuchello was
reported
on it.
There's questions as to how good it's going to be. We'll see, but
it's debatable. But it still might.
We'll find out. That's what's going on there.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
All right. Grilling pizza is possible, but you need to be careful. Again, what happened to
you also
never?
Need a pizza. You need a pizza stone.
Yeah. There are many mistakes people make when grilling pizza, some of which make it seem it's best to forget about doing this altogether. However, Lukowski recommends trying pizza stones. Never put a pizza directly on the grill. That's a fair statement.
Yeah.
But I don't think we need to go past use a fucking pizza stone.
Yeah.
Anything that could fall between the grates due to size or consistency.
Yeah. No brainer. This is the same as the flaky whitefish.
Yeah. Skewer it or flat top it.
Just choose your brain, people. Use your brain.
Use your thinking organ.
Yeah. For a lot of stuff, I recommend skewering it. I love a good shish kebab. So. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, what more can we say? A lot of this was just based on fucking clickbait. Fuck you, Mashed. And honestly, I have to say this. Fuck you, Nicole. But I don't actually think it's your fault. I think this title came from your editor. But you're the one whose name is on it, so.
This is very much a baby's first grill season, and I didn't have a dad article.
Yeah.
Nothing against you people that don't have dads, but you know. We know what it is.
James, I'm just gonna kick you while you're down, regardless.
All right. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I think that's it.
How's your meat?
All right.
All right.
Well,
thanks everybody
my
for joining
meat
us.
is a lovely 97 degrees right now. That cooked a lot quicker than I expected.
Real quick, due to the new job, might not be doing the show next week.
At least not on
and
Sunday.
The time, yeah, and the time for the show might change. Because, I don't know, Sunday's kind of a big day for ice cream trucks, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, other than that, have a good one, everybody. See you next time. Follow me on Twitter to get updates.
Take care, everyone.
Yeah. Oh, bye. Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day, everyone. Later!
Real appropriate foods.